It's one of those things where it's either gonna happen really fast or it's gonna be something that's happening, but you don't really know it's happening. So it's like right under your nose, and it's something that you've been looking for, but you weren't really receptive of it. That's why I feel like it's important. It's important, like when you're young and shit, you don't necessarily gotta focus on, being in love or relationships or whatever the fuck. But at the same time, you at least want to be receptive of, whoever you may feel like you meant to be with. Because if you have the attitude like fuck relationships, I don't got time for that. I'm trying to focus on my, whatever. That's fine. But at the same time, there has to be a balance. Because if you just look at it like that, what's gonna happen is like you're gonna end up finding somebody, just randomly. Because that's a lot of times that's how it happens. Just randomly. They come and they just completely surprise you. And then next thing you know, you infatuated and all the shit, but you think you tripping. You think it's going too fast or whatever, mainly because you weren't giving yourself that balance in between. Like, yeah, you was focusing on, getting yourself together, and that's fine. And then, trying to get your shit together, and that's fine too. But you weren't really making the balance, meaning you weren't talking to people, you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to date frequently, like all the time, but running through different people, but you didn't really know what you want, you didn't really know what was out there. So having that negative connotation towards it, it's not really gonna bring you something that you know is for you. It's gonna be a surprise. And a lot of the only thing about surprises is when you get surprised like that, you think it's something wrong, you think it's too good to be true, or you may not deserve it or whatever. Sometimes that happens. So I feel like it's important, like, to at least, plant seeds, for the future. So it might not be a person you ain't necessarily be with for the rest of your life, but it may be somebody who they're supposed to show you something, you're supposed to show them something, and y'all both grinding, trying to get y'all shit together. Y'all working as a team. You feel me? And later on, that might be together for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of whatever. Or it may come to a point where y'all did y'all thing, and now y'all ready for that, you know what I'm saying, that next person to come. And that may be the person that'll be there for a while. Because me personally, I would rather plant seeds now than wait. You feel me? And I'd rather plant seeds now because sometimes because you really never know. So if you got you somebody who you've been rocking with and it just might not work, that is gonna prepare you for who you might have really been meant for. So that's why it's important to have that balance and let yourself be receptive and ready for whoever may come into your life and show you what you need to be shown, give you what you deserve, and all that old shit. But my thing is really just letting go of that negative connotation, because the best shit. I should say the worst shit is doing whatever you do, so building your shit up, getting yourself together, whatever you want to call it, and then getting to a point where you got all this shit, and you don't got nobody to share with. You just alone like a motherfucker. So it's like, it's either you gonna build with somebody beforehand, or you gonna wait till you got some shit built and then find somebody. But a lot of the times we seek and we look and shit, but we don't really let it. We don't really meet up with it. We don't really let it come to us. You know what I mean? And I don't really feel like there's an actual right, correct way to do that. You know, you just get out here and you go with the flow of shit. You know what I mean? You discern people. You know, whatever. You know, but don't just let shit pass you by because you feel like, oh, you ain't got this or you ain't got that, or none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? Having money or having a car or a place or having your shit together, none of that shit mean nothing, because it all starts with self. Like, if you got yourself right, you can have the world pretty much, and it don't matter what you necessarily have outside of you. You know, you can't let that shit dictate what's meant for you, because that's how you can pass up on a lot of shit.